Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fatima's World. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Most importantly, thank you for talking back at me. Yeah, I know it's been a while. There has just been loads of activities. I haven't had time to sit back and, record some new episodes. So I'm going to be doing a lot of backlog, things that have been happening. I was speaking to my sisters and my daughters a while back, and then they were talking about this particular lady who was heavily pregnant, and she was being proposed to on the day of her photo shoot, and she started weeping. And when they told me it was absurd, I'm wondering what exactly is wrong with us. Abnormality has become normal. I'm wondering, the new normal is debasing. It lacks merit, it lacks integrity. Why exactly did she cry? What was there to be emotional about? A man who already had carnal knowledge of you, you have been sleeping with him, you both were at the studio to have a photo session, like a baby shower session. So what were you expecting? Were you surprised that he actually proposed? Because I think the abnormality that we're trying to normalize these days is the baby mama thing, the baby mama mentality. No, I don't have a relationship with him. I don't have a relationship with her. She's just my baby mama. We have so normalized it, thereby abusing that institution called marriage. So it's usually a big deal when a man who puts us in the family way eventually proposes to us. We're applauding, we're crying, we're full of joy, we're weeping. I think we're putting the last thing these days. We're putting it first. Whatever happened to our virtues, our values? Women, whatever happened to your dignity as a woman? Don't get it twisted. I'm not here to castigate or to run down girls who are unfortunate to get pregnant before proper marriage. These things happen. I can tell you that categorically. Some girls are very, 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 very good girls, well brought up, but it just fell easy praise. And before you know it, they are victims, and there's hardly anything that anyone can do about you falling a victim. I have seen 40-year-old victims, 50, 60. When it comes to love, the brain doesn't really take time to respond to deceit. So I will not castigate any young lady who gets pregnant mistakenly in very pathetic circumstances. But I want to crave our indulgences. I want to plead with us that we can actually stop this circle of becoming baby mamas. Marriage is an institution that is meant to be cherished. Why do you want to have kids? The responsibilities of both parents, most times, to instill and inculcate the ways of God into a child is usually not enough. And then you narrow it down to just one parent. The harrowing experience when the child eventually starts to grow up. He or she goes to school. Her friends, her classmates, their daddies and their mommies comes to drop them in school. She either has only a daddy that she sees at the weekend and a mommy that she stays with. And grannies and aunties most times, because the baby mama would have to fend for her child. She would have to support her child. Girls, it's like a clarion call. It's an awakening. Abnormality has become the new normal. That has to stop. Whatever happens to getting into a relationship and saying my chastity would not be defiled, it's very, very possible. It's possible. I have one of my sisters. She is Temi Okewo. She's the queen of chastity. There is dignity in you upholding your virginity. It was a big deal in those days. It can still be a big deal now. all the indulgences, all the things that we shouldn't ordinarily be getting involved in. It's because abnormality has become the normal norm. That's why we're not looking at it. Onyeka sang that song. If you love me, you could wait for me. He would wait for you. I've seen men who chase particular sets of ladies, and you ask why. Yeah, she's a hard nut to crack. What happens to you being a hard nut to crack? No pain, no loss if he hasn't defiled you. But we begin to have a problem the moment he starts to defile you, he's sleeping with you, and there's basically anything that cannot happen from then. Some of us have gone through the harrowing experience of having to do abortion severally. Girls, take back your dignity. It's been trampled upon. It's been crumpled. It's been rumpled. You can take it back. Let that change begin with you. Start to trash out every abnormality that people are beginning to see as the new normal. Let that change be reflected in every area of your life. Your mode of dressing, your mode of talking. Above all, have a relationship with God. Once the fear of God is instilled in you, as a woman, once the fear of God is instilled in you, as a woman, you begin to crave for the things that are spiritual. You begin to crave for the things that are normal. Some are lucky. Like the person who cried. She's lucky. But I don't want to even I cannot say congratulations to a thing like that. Congrats if she eventually births the child. But what should excite me about a man who sleeps with me, who's been sleeping with me for several months, and who, because he sees that I'm having baby shower, brings out an engagement ring? Is he marrying me because I am heavy and he wants to help me curtail my shame? Because he doesn't want to get to the hospital and then they are saying Mr. and he's saying, no, her name is different from my name. Is that why? Objectives, aims. Let us start to get it right. Every abnormality in our circle, women, break it down. And it starts with us mothers. Start to nurture your girl child. The girl child is priceless. How do we come out and fight for gender equity? You want to stand pari passu like the men? Start to do what they do. Don't put your brains down for men to keep fingering it. Purpose in your heart. Like Daniel. Say, I would not defile my body. I would live right. I will do what is right. Let us start this crusade of trashing every abnormality that we have turned to the normal norm and start to do what is right. Thank you so much for staying with me. Yeah, we're not happy Fatima is really trashing us. No. I just want us to make the society a better place for all of us. Keep liking, keep watching. Most importantly, keep talking back at me. Don't forget the new normal. Wash your hands. Sanitize all the germs and viruses away. Take your vaccinations. It would reduce effect. Oh yes, I've seen people who have been vaccinated who eventually died. But hey, take yours. Take precautions. Thank you. Have a great day.